Hi guys, Roni is here, and this is the speedrunning tutorial for Rock and Roll Racing Rookie category. This is my personal favorite category as it's short, sweet, and you can really focus on the driving because the AI is trash, to say it plainly. They're terrible. So, let's get into it. We gotta choose new game, one player, and choose the rookie difficulty. The first trick we need to pull off here is to get the secret character named Olaf. As you can see, he's not a choice, but he is the best character. All these characters have their bonuses right here. You can see +1 acceleration and +1 top speed. Cyberhawk is +1 acceleration, +1 jumping. So Olaf has a plus in 3 stats where everybody else only has a plus in 2 stats. To get him, we go to Tarquin, and then we hold the left bumper, the right bumper, select, and then hit the right on the D-pad. And that brings us to Olaf, who has +1 acceleration, +1 top speed, and +1 cornering. Go ahead and select him. Next, we're going to be buying a car. On the left over here, we have the Airblade. Our money right now, we only have $20,000. The Airblade costs $70,000. We cannot buy this car, but keep that price tag in mind, because we're going to be buying it later. Then we got the Marauder. Costs $18,000. The Dirt Devil also costs $18,000. The only difference between these two cars is the Marauder has +1 top speed, the Dirt Devil has +1 jumping. So, this is a speed run, we gotta go fast, so we go with the Marauder. Over here you can choose your favorite color. I always go with blue, and then you buy it. Now we get to the main screen of the game. Up here we got our money. Right now we're at $2,000. The world we're on is Chem 6, Division B. These will be changing as we progress through the game. Races run, we're at 0 of 8 possible races. The score, we need to have 1,400 points in order to move on to the next division, or planet. Each planet has 2 divisions. There's going to be Division B and then a Division A, and then it goes to the next planet. So, we need 1,400 points. A first place finish gets us 400 points. Therefore, we need to win 3 races in first place, and the 4th race can be either second or first place, because second place is 200 points. However, we definitely want to come in first place because that gets us the most money. Next thing, down here on the menu, we got Start Race, Buy Equipment. This is where you go to buy your upgrades for your car. We're never going to buy any upgrades for the Marauder because the first thing that we want to do is buy the Airblade. Next we have Advance a level. Once we have enough points, that's when we want to go to Advance a level so we can move on to the next division or planet. Buy a new car. This is where we're going to buy the Airblade once we have enough money. And over here is the options. You definitely want to go in here before you start your run. You want to... if you like the music, you can leave it on. If you don't like the music, you can turn it off. Turning it off saves maybe 2 or 3 frames per race. But unless you're going for a world record or really racing somebody, and especially if you like the music, keep it on. Sound, we always want to leave this on. This has no impact on the frames, but it does give us useful information on where oil slicks and mines are being laid down by the AI. You just have to listen for it, and then you'll have an idea of what to look out for on the track. Larry, I'm sorry, but we always have to turn him off. He will take about 1 or 2 seconds per race if you leave him on. He sounds amazing though. There's some clips. You can leave him on for your first playthrough just to hear all of his comments. He's quite funny. But once you get serious, turn him off or he's going to eat up a lot of time. That's all you need to know for this one, so let's dive into the first race. The first race is a square. In the top left, you'll have the mini-map. Your power-ups are all right next to it. And on the top right, you'll see how many laps are remaining. Every race has the same number of laps, 4 laps. Below that, you will have your health. As you can see, I just took damage. You start with 3 pips of health, and every time you get hit by a mine or a laser, you take 1 pip of health. 1 pip of damage. The med packs on the track will recover all of your health, and the money pickups, which are the yellow boxes on the track, give you $1,000. You'll want to try to get as many of those as you can without wasting too much time. See, I just missed one right there. So, what you want to do especially on rookie category, for your first lap, you want to stay towards the outside of the track. You want to cover the AI's driving line because you want to get all the money power-ups before they do. And since they always drive on the outside, or almost always drive on the outside, you want to go there first to get all of them before they do. And as you can see, we have sound on. We just heard somebody die. That could be useful information on different tracks, but right now it's not that useful. Alright, all the power-ups that we have. The top left one is your laser. Pew! The second one is jump. The third one is oils. Oh, I should have covered that screen. I'll get to that one next time. So, we finished our first race. We started with $2,000. We now have $17,000. That's because I was lucky and got all 5 money pickups. For every race, there are 5 money pickups and 5 armors on the track. Keep that in mind. As you're going through the races, you can count which ones you have and which ones are missing, so you can try to hit your money benchmarks. You will get $10,000 for coming in first place, and I don't know the money value for second place because you should never come in second place. If you're coming in second place, you're going to have a bad time. Alright, so we have 17,000. That's not enough. The Airblade requires 70,000, so we continue to our second race. The second race is a slightly different box. So the trick here, you stick with them for the first corner, cut on the inside, wait a little bit again, and try to cut on the inside there. I missed it, but it's okay. We eventually get by them. They're not going to shoot you. This is the rookie category. Stay on the outside to try to get all the money before they do. That one was slightly towards the inside. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to pick that one up because it's not in their driving line. Alright. Try to cut as many corners as you can. As tight as you can. Obvious driving methods work. Except for the out-in-out. Out-in-out does not do anything for you. You do want to keep it smooth though. So we're just going to drive along here for a bit to catch up. I should be really grabbing that money. I'll do that next lap. It's a good idea to jump that last little quarter pipe, because that will save you probably about a half a second total, as opposed to if you don't. But there is a better jump, which I'll show you next time through. Alright, so that's race number 2. So let's just look at the finishing screen. I skipped this before. So as you see, we got first place, 400 points, $10,000. Second place gets 200 points, $7,000. Third place, 100 points, $4,000. Last place gets nada. So we are at $30,000. Still not enough. We continue. And we're going to use that same starting strategy again. We're going to drive with them for a second, and once we see the inside of the turn, we slow down and cut in. As soon as we can, we get in front of them, and then stay on the outside and try to get all the money before they can. The key to this track, you see I just lay the oil there on the outside of the track, right near the jump. That is very important that you do that. Because on this track, you can get a lapping bonus. Actually, on every track you can get a lapping bonus, but this one, you're more likely to get it. So we keep piling that up with oil. What that's going to do is make them turn, and we might actually be able to see it. No, we didn't see it, but you see Shred is now going this way. I just passed Shred. He didn't finish his lap. He is now a lap behind, and once we reach the checkpoint before he does, there it is, lapping bonus. A lapping bonus is $5,000. That is huge. That's the equivalent of picking up every money pickup in a race. So you really want to try to get those as much as possible. And this is a track that you're almost guaranteed to get it as long as you lay those oils on the outside of the track. And if you notice, it was also safe for me to drive over those oils when I laid the oil down. That's because this game has a trick to it, where if you lay down an oil or a mine, you are immune to oils and mines for about a second, maybe a little less. So you want to try to time those so you can safely traverse over oils and mines. So we're now at 47,000 and 1,200 points down here, not the 1,400. So we still got to know the other race, so let's do it. For this one, you can actually get far enough ahead of them at the beginning that you can just cut them off right away. You don't need to cut the inside of the track. Okay, we're going to stick to the outside of every single spot to grab all the money. You notice how I jumped that last bump? That's where you want to use your jump on this track. If you don't jump that, you're going to hit it. Okay, I didn't demonstrate it there. That one also bounces every once in a while. But it's going to essentially cause your car to do that, which kills your speed. So you always want to jump that one. This one occasionally will do it to you, but so far I've gotten very lucky with this demonstration, and we haven't hit it. So now let's see, we demonstrate, we jump over. Cool. We got one more lap. You also saw me shoot the laser there. You could try to take a pot shot across the map to see if you can hit anybody. You might get lucky and get a kill. Try again. No, I didn't get anybody. Oh, I got that money too. That's pretty good. Alright, we cut that corner and we're done. Obviously at this point you'd be mashing the button to skip that. So, we have $61,000. We just finished our 4th race and we're at 1,600 points of 1,400. We're ready to move on to Division B. So we go over to the Advanced Level option, go to the right, and we click this button. Boop. That will send us to Division A. Sorry, that's what I meant to say, Division A. And then we just hop into the first race. And this is looping the exact same tracks that we just did. Chem 6 only has 4 different tracks. Oh, flat. So we need to race these 4 again. This time we're in Division A. So the AI is supposed to be a little harder. It's negligible in the rookie percent category, because they're already so far behind that you don't even know that they're racing. Alright, so let me show you the jump that you want to try on this one if you really want to shave off a few seconds. It's right there. Try to jump that bottom right corner. Let me show you the setup for it now. Let's get over there real quick. Alright, so right after this bump, you go straight across and then jump. And you should be able to land right, like you're going to clip the wall. And if you don't clip the wall, be ready to make a hard right, because otherwise you're just going to slide into the other wall. And that's going to slow you down. But if you can just get this going, just right after the bump, turn, line it up. I took it a little soft there. Clip the wall, not that great. But still save some time. Mash the button to skip to the next race. Alright, so now everything's going to be totally different. We hit the $73,000, so we're going to buy a new car. This is where we're going to get the Airblade. On the rookie category, if you've done everything properly and gotten enough money packs, you should always be able to get the Airblade after the first race of Division A. That's pretty much the earliest you can get it. And you always want to try to get it there. If you're getting it a race later, it's not the end of the world, but definitely try to get it by the first race, second race of Division A. Alright, so now we're going to go in. The power-ups for this car are totally different. We have a nitro, a mine, and a missile. The missile does, I want to say, a pip and a half of damage, so you're more likely to kill people with it. The mine does 1 damage and has the same invulnerability effect that the oil does, in that when you place it, you are immune to oil and mines for about a second. So it's a good safety in case you're about to hit a mine or an oil slick that you don't want to hit. And the nitro is the most important thing about the air blade. The nitro gives you a nice little speed boost, like that. What we always want to do with the nitro is use it on turns as much as possible. I will demonstrate once I get my nitro back when I finish this lap. I forgot to mention, whenever you finish a lap, you replenish all your stuff. So, you saw me just do what we call an ND, or nitro drift. So when you have your nitro, as you're entering the turn, you hit the nitro button, and then to go through the turn, you hit the directional pad, as well as the bumper of the direction you're going. So if I want to make a right turn like I just did, I hit the right D-pad and the right bumper. That does a sharper turn than just the D-pad or just the bumper, because you can turn with either one. Both at the same time makes you turn faster. And this is exclusive to the SNES version. Just keep that in mind. The Genesis version does not do that. Okay, if you want to make the left turn, left and left bumper. So to pull off an ND, you boost just before the start of the turn. You hit both buttons to oversteer through the turn. The key is to oversteer by almost 45 degrees. I guess it's more like 30 degrees. And that will give your car an extra boost. It makes your car go faster than if you were just gone straight and kept it clean. I don't know if it's intended, but that's the way it works. So we abuse that mechanic because we're speedrunners, and that's what we do. We abuse mechanics when they're in our favor. Okay, so we're back on this track. Remember, on this track we always want to get a lapping bonus because this is the easiest track to get it on. So even though we don't have oil, what we want to do is take our mine, lay it down right before the jump. They will hit it, and it will send them off their normal trail. So let me show you what happens when you kill somebody with a laser or a missile. You see a little attack bonus pop up? That's a $1,000 bonus just for killing somebody with a missile or a laser. If you kill them with the mine, you do not get that bonus. Alright, let me demonstrate another ND. It's not the best ND, but what happened there was I oversteered a little too far, and I didn't get the proper drift that I wanted. You want your car to be going straight, but sideways. It's a little strange, but the more you practice it, the more it'll make sense, and you'll figure out the timings of when you need to boost and when you need to, drift. Alright, we're at $34,000 now. So the thing we need to do now is buy 2 boosts. Each boost costs $24,000. So we want $48,000 before we go into this menu, because every time you go into this menu it takes about 10 seconds of your time before you come back out. So we want to make sure we're making enough purchase to make it worthwhile. So we do one more race. And as usual, we want to stick to the outside of the track. I mean, if you see the money on the inside like that, you can go grab it. As long as there's none that you're missing on the outside. We want to make sure we get all the money before they do. And now that we have a boost for this track, we're going to use it on this hairpin. And we're going to do a double ND. Pretty cool, right? Looks pretty neat. Very fast. Very, very fast. So the trick to the double ND is you want to start it right before the turn starts. Oh, I messed that one up. We'll try it again next lap. But essentially you want to start it, do one ND. You want to break it down into 2 NDs really. It's not one U-turn, it's 2 NDs. So first ND, second ND. Whipped a little too hard there, but that's the idea. See if we can kill somebody. Got him. That's cool. So you notice I didn't get a lapping bonus even though I passed them at the end. If you pass them too close to the end of the race, it doesn't give you the bonus. So make sure you're passing them as soon as you can. Obviously go as fast as you can. Alright, so we got the $48,000. You go into buy equipment. You go down to the lightning nitro in the bottom right. Tap it twice. Now we have 3 nitro total. Also, we finished the 4th race, giving us 1,600 points of the necessary 1,400. So we advance. While animation plays, you can skip this by hitting the start button. And then mash the start button again, because we gotta skip that one too. Now we're up to a whole new planet called Draconis. Draconis? However you want to say it. And this guy over here, his name is Grinder. So we're just gonna mess him up a little bit. So, as you can see, very cool planet. Everything's very fancy. Or very ugly, depending on what you like. And we're going to be using the same ideas here. Stick to the outside of the track. Get all the money before they do. And then just drive fast. It's rookie category, so they're not going to catch you. Your base speed is faster than theirs, so as long as you're driving relatively clean, you're good. At this point, depending on how many boosts you have, that's where you're going to want to use... It's going to change where you want to use your boosts. So we have 3. So we're going to do 1 here. Our second one is going to be this S-turn, which turns into a double endy. And then third one is here, and you want to endy into that jump, because that'll keep your speed through the air, which is a huge boost. Because you know how I said the endy gives you additional speed? Once you're in the air, that speed's going to just maintain itself. And you will go very far, very fast. Okay. If you only have 1 boost at this race, use it on the S-turn. That's the ideal place to use it. Okay, second race. Alright. So, we boost out of the start, we boost that one. Remember the U-turn strategy? That's a double endy, break it down into 2 parts. Okay, we're going to just navigate our way through here. Picking up as much money as we can, sticking towards the outside of the track as much as we can. Then we want to take this outside and cut this into a double endy as well. And then the same thing here. Boost over the jump, because on that jump right there, the speed of the air blade will make you land in such a way that your car will do that. So we avoid that by boosting through it. Okay. Take that nice and calm, no need to get greedy with anything. Get up here, we do our double endy to whip around the start. Past them. Boost over that. And just cruise your way to the finish here. So, since it's the last lap, we're not going to double endy that last U-turn because that would be pretty much a waste of some of the boosts, so we'll endy right there. Do a nice double endy S-turn to get to the finish. Okay. For this one, you need to win 5 races because we need 2,000 points. So we need 5 first place to get the 2,000 necessary points. We're also waiting for another 48,000 to get our next double boost. And by double boost, I mean we go into the equipment and we buy 2 more boosts. I'm just shortening it to the ways I phrase it. Okay. Once you have boost, you always want to boost at the start. It just gets you up to speed a lot faster. In this track, we encounter our first, what do we call that? Warp, I think it's called. It's a boost on the ground. Alright, so what you need to do there, you treat it like another endy, but it's really strange and it's going to take you a little while to find the timing. But once you get it, it's awesome. So you go onto it. What you see I did there, I just went straight. You're not going to do that. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is endy it, by turning about 30 to 45 degrees with the car to the side. So 1 second, I'll demonstrate right here. So the second you hit it, you turn. And see how much further the car went? How much faster it went? It's amazing what NDs can do for your speed. There's another ND. Okay, we go up here. We hit it, we turn slightly sideways, and we fly past the competition. And if we remember what our money was at, that should have given us enough. Yes, it did. So we go in, we have $50,000, which means we can buy our next 2 nitro. Okay, next race. Always boost at the start. And always take the outside. So, this one has a very cool sequence of NDs. I kind of did it there. I'll show you much better on the next lap. But you want to use 3 of your boost on that sequence of turns up there to get through the S and through that last hairpin. So it's 1, 2, 3. All NDs. Jump this. Double ND there. Come around the last turn and just finish off nice and slow. Okay, so we go again. 1, 2, wait a little bit, and 3. Boost, mine. So we lay the mine there so we can... It's similar to the Chem 6 track, number 3, where at the top of the jump we lay down the mine to try to get them to go sideways so that they would go the wrong way. Obviously it worked because we already got the lapping bonus. So one of these guys right now is going the wrong way. It's probably Rip, because he's ahead of everybody else, which makes me think he's cheating. I missed my shot there, which is unfortunate. But there we go. So that's that race. That's where you want to use your boost. If you only have 3 boost, use it on the S going into at the top left of the track. If you have 5, do what I was doing. We use the 3 there, 1 across the jump, and then 1 at the hairpin after. If you only have 1 boost, any hairpin or S turn is good enough. And again, we'll be waiting for another 48,000 to get the last 2 nitro. I use the word boost and nitro interchangeably. Okay, we boost at the start. We do a little wiggle through that, and we boost over that because that is another one of those little bumps that is the perfect distance where we would hit it and it would make us go a lot slower. Oops. Okay, so through the S with a little bit of wiggles. We still kind of caught it there and it gave us a little bump, which isn't the best. But you want to try to get the boost through there. Oops. That's what we're looking for. But you don't want to hit the green goop. The green goop slows down your car by a lot. So don't touch the green goop. Which means we stay low here. There we go, that's better. I'll take a shot, see if we hit somebody. No. So for this track, you're going to want to use your nitros on the S turns. And that's about it. Other than that, you can use them on the other corners. Use them on every corner as much as you can. Yeah, that's it. So we're at 33,000, but we have enough points to move on. So we go to advance a level. Hit that button on the right. Brings us to Division A of Draconis. Let's do it again. Same 5 tracks, same idea. The AI is supposed to be slightly harder, but it's rookie, so they're really not. Alright, so now this time through this track we have 5 boosts. So we're going to use it on pretty much every single turn you have a boost. Alright, so nitro there. Nice little ND. ND number 2. ND number 3. ND number 4. And ND number 5. If you only have 3 boosts, then treat it like the same way that you went through it the first time. Where you boost the S turn, the one after the S, and then any other one that you really want. Oops. Try not to hit the walls if you can too, because that does slow you down. Okay, we got enough for 2 more boosts. So let's go get those. The next thing, now that we've filled up our boost, you can only have 7 nitro, sorry. You can only have 7 total nitro. Next thing we're going to be buying is the engine. The first engine costs 40,000, the second engine costs 70,000, the third engine costs 110,000. So, we save up for those. And those you can buy one at a time because they are so far apart. Once you buy the 40,000, it's going to be a while before you can afford the 70,000. So there's no reason to wait for both. You're just going to be wasting your time. Okay, I should have saved the boost for that hairpin there. That's my fault. Alright, so we boost there. We boost this jump. Boost through here. Boost there. Boost again if you want. Boost again. And boost through there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Would have been 7. Got in the way. 2, number 3, number 4, whoops, number 5, number 6, yep, and number 7. Now that's the last lap. We cut it differently. Okay, track 3. Boost at the start, dive to the right, boost. Not a good bounce off of that. You can endy that corner, always hit that nitro there, boost there, make sure you endy it. Boost again, boost again. This is another track you can, once you have 7 boosts, you can pretty much do every single spot you want, because there aren't really enough corners that you need to save any for. We'll cut this one early. Yeah, you can use these how you see fit depending on where you end up on the track. Always endy that. Endy this way, up here. Lay down a mine so I didn't get hit by the mine. Always want to try to do that too, wherever you can. Or rather to just avoid damage that you don't want to take. Lay down a mine and you won't get hit. Okay, we're at 34,000. Still need to win another race before we can get our engine. So this is another fun track to have 7 boost on, because again, you just go nuts. You use your 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Lay your mine there, you can boost across that. You can double endy there and double endy there. Or single endy that one. Endy the first. And then we do our 1, 2, 3 that we were practicing before. Good. Mine boost. Double endy, single endy, and good. Okay, let's do it again. If we were listening, we would have heard that Shred placed down a bunch of oils on that top section. Luckily, he put them on the outside of the track and not where we're endying, so we don't have to worry too much about it. You can see they're on the outside of the track. We're always going to stick to the inside, so those aren't a concern. Sometimes he will lay them on the inside of the track, and you need to keep that in mind every time you go to endy through there, because it's going to screw up your turn. And there we go. So that's that track with 7 boosts. Now we buy our engine because we have 40,000. And then you can see the next one costs 70,000, so I'll be waiting a little bit. And this will be our last track of Draconis, because this will put us at 2,000 points once we win. Boost right away. Get out of their area as fast as you can. That's just good training for in the future if you run a harder category. They will try to kill you right away, so you want to get out of the kill zone as quick as possible. Okay, everything looks pretty normal. Just use your boost. Again, this is going to be another one. There aren't enough turns to use all your boosts, so you're going to end up using them on straights and jumps. Try to use them on jumps if you can. It'll give you more bang for your buck, because you'll be flying as you're boosting. Like that. So you'll get more speed or more distance out of your boost. And always use them on turns first. Priority is turns, then jumps. Okay. So that was our last race. We go to advance a level. We got a 2,000. Hit this button. Skip the cutscenes. Now we're up to Bogmire. This little goofy goober over here is called Ragewort. He's not a problem. He's never a problem, not even on Veteran or Warrior. So, let's go into the first race. So, this is where we introduce race skips. The first track of this, as you can see, is very long. So what you want to do, once the screen loads up, you hit the start button, go to give up. We give up the race. We don't even want to participate. It takes too long. We want to do races 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bogmire gives you 6 tracks. So we'll be skipping the first track and the last track. Okay. This track is my favorite. You can go extremely fast with all of the endies. So you endy the first turn, double endy the second, boost over there, endy here, be careful of endying over that jump too far. You endy once you land, you endy the next corner, and then double endy out the final U-turn. It's very smooth and very fast. And if you do it right, you will never encounter the AI because you will pass them right up here. So you never actually have to bump into them. That's how you know you're on pace. If you encounter them anywhere else, then you know that there's, you can save some time. There's some improvements to be found in your driving. And there was a little something I did at the start of that race. I'll tell you guys the next time we go through it. So now technically we're on race 3, but we've only done one race. It's weird. So this is race 3. We're at 1 win. Let's keep going. So this track has the water slicks. Do not hit the water slicks. They will make your car spin out. I will demonstrate momentarily. I'll just go ahead and hit this. Oh, that was bad. Here. That's what it does to your car. That's a bad time. It's slow, and the recovery is very difficult. So, you want to use your boost on the first turn. Double ND through the S, and boost through the last part. Come to the bottom of the track. Do that little maneuver there. Double ND through the S, and you're done. So the setup for the bottom part of the track, you want to take it below that water, go to that jump, and then smash the left button and the left bumper to get yourself into an ND that will hopefully give you enough speed to get into the middle of that S turn on the bottom. Okay, sometimes they'll kill you for no reason. It's okay. You just get right back on there. ND out of there if you don't make it far enough. Cut this one like that, and boost through the final. Okay. Next race. So this one we're going to delay our start. There are some tracks where you want to delay the start. Those tracks are always the ones that have a very straight start, because all the AI will boost out in front of you. When they boost out, and if you boost with them, they're going to shoot you and they're going to kill you. It's just going to happen. You could take the risk. I don't think it's worth it. You don't want to lose a world record run because you tried to play it risky and boosted with the AI and they just decided to kill you that time. It's never fun to lose your record that way. When you die, it's about a 3 to 5 second time loss depending on how far it resets you. So obviously you don't want to die. Alright, now that I've gone over that, let's go over where the boost happened. Boost happens at the top of there to hit that jump pad. Then you do a double ND at the end. ND across that boost, and once you land, ND, double ND the hairpin into another ND. You can ND this to get a little speed over that bump, ND out, and ND the last jump. Don't be too afraid of cutting that last jump too tight, because you'll actually get a really good jump, probably to the finish. Let me see if I can demonstrate this lap. Let's see. So we cut this real tight. Yeah, so that's nearly perfect. It'll line you up almost to cut that corner. There's a chance you don't get enough height and you hit the corner, which will slow you down a little bit, but it's always fun to try. So we have our 70,000. We hop into our equipment and we buy the supercharged engine at 70,000. Now we're saving for 110,000, so you really don't need to think about money for a long time at this point. Okay, then we dive back in. And this is the snowman. The map looks like a snowman. It's a whole bunch of hairpins. You treat this exactly how you would think. ND everything. ND the first corner. ND the second corner. Double ND on the third. ND the fourth into this jump. ND the fifth into the jump. ND this and ND this. It works out perfectly as long as you ND everything. Make sure you time all your nitros correctly to get the NDs. You don't want to just mash the boost button or you'll be missing the turns. Okay, there is a thing that can happen on this track. Occasionally you'll ND too far and you'll end up going up there. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Right, you're gonna come up here. You're gonna try to ND this turn, and you're gonna end up there. I can't demonstrate it. I'll try it next time through the track. So next time we get to that track, I'll show you. Alright, so that was our fourth race. That was technically the fifth race of the planet. So now this is race 6. You can see this looks like another really long track, so we hit start and we hit give up. We do not want to race that track. Now we're on track 7. Since there's only 6 tracks, that means we're on track 1. And track 1 on Bogmire is another skip. So we load it up, hit start button, and hit skip, or give up. Now we're on the next 4 races. We do these 4, and once we win these 4, we can move on to Division A. Alright, so here's the trick on this track. You let them go, you wait at the start until they all boost away, because otherwise they're going to shoot you. Don't hold the accelerator. You can see right now I have 7 boost. I'm going to just hit the boost button before I hit the accelerator. Watch. Look, I have 7 boost again. Now I have 6. Now I have 5. So, as long as you don't hit the accelerator at the start and just hit the boost or nitro, you will still, it will replenish that 7 nitro for you. This is the only track that does it. It's not a trick that works everywhere. Uh-oh. Okay. I had to make sure I got some armor there. So as you get more comfortable with the game, you'll start to remember where the mines are and where the armors are, so that if you are ever in a desperate situation, you know where not to be. Like I was just at 1 pip of health. I don't want to hit a mine because then I'm going to die. And that's a waste of 3 seconds. So what you do is you remember where the mines are, remember to avoid them, and then if you can remember where the med packs are, try to pick one up. Cool. We do the next track. Let's see if I can demonstrate a perfect run on this. Double endy. Boost through that bump. We'll lay a mine so we don't take a hit. We'll endy out into the middle of that corner. That looked really good. Endy this and jump. So that looked like a perfect lap to me. If you can pull that off every lap, you're going to be in great shape. Endy into the corner. Endy out of the corner. Cut this. Cut right. Double endy and jump. Beautiful. Double endy. Wow, that was a lot of mines. Boom. Cool. So the biggest thing in this game is just mastering the endy. If you can get that down, you're going to go really fast and blow everybody out of the water. The Airblade is the best car to do the endy with. The cars after the Airblade, like the Battle Track, and the Battle Track is what Bogmire is using right now. Ragewort is using right now over here. That's the Battle Track. And then there's also the Havoc. Those two cars have too much traction to get a good endy. The car does not drift as much, so they're very short endies that don't give you that same speed that you get out of the Airblade. Which is why we only use the Havoc once we get up to NHO. So only in Veteran and Warrior do we use the Havoc, or go beyond the Airblade at all. Okay. Nice little double endy there. Endy that. One thing to watch out for on this track is the intersection that we passed not too long ago. This intersection right here, there's a chance you could cross at the exact same time as the AI, and they might bump you off track. They could bump you into the wrong section of the track, and then it's going to take you some time to recover. So just keep that in mind as you're approaching that spot. Look on the minimap to see if they're coming, and if they are, do what you can to be ready for it. There's not much you can do. You can just hope that they're not exactly lined up with you. If they are, I mean, you could always try to like shoot a missile or slow down if you want to be really safe. Or you could even try to boost through it to be safe. You just do a boost there. Changes it up a little bit and you might get away. It's a lot of options. Alright, so we have one more race to go. I'm not going to hit the 110,000. But what you would do once you hit the 110,000 is buy that engine. So we're going to boost here. I'm going to demonstrate what happens if you mess up that turn in a second. So we treat this like normal. Endy there. Endy there. Endy there. Alright, now we're going to mess this up. If I can. I can't. I can't do it. Can't be done. Alright. Here we go. Just want to be able to give you guys a backup strat. There it is. Alright. So if you accidentally end up here, which is likely, you just go backwards. No need to panic. Just go backwards. And it'll still count. See? It's all fine. However, don't do it twice. Oh good, it didn't let me. But if you do it twice, for some reason, the game logic does not count the second time. It's very important to keep that in mind. So that is a backup strat in case you ever end up there. And that's it. So at this point we would advance a level. Now we're in Division A. We run through this one more time. To finish the game, you would just advance a level again. Once we have our 2,900 points, bada bing bada boom, click that button and you're done. And that's where you would stop the timer once you click that button after Division A of Bogmire. You'll get a nice little victory screen, and then it's over. So, that's the tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck in your runs. Bye.